Good morning, my boys and gals. I'm just here chilling with my cat. Um, and I have some stuff to speak on again. And it's a lot about race on my page and stuff now, but it's becoming more prevalent, and not in our community, but in this other community. And I can't even name them because my posts get taken down and all this. But you know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna post some videos and stuff, and then I'm gonna comment more on it. Um, Post some like screenshots and everything. But essentially, I was scrolling through TikTok, and on my page, you're gonna see the video in a second. This woman, she gets on there and she starts hollering and screaming and jumping out, talking about how, you know, white people were from the Caucasus Mountains and all the greatness of their society and everything. But I just want to have some fact checks. Oh, and also how like these people invented hair gel, and how these people invented all these things, which doesn't even matter because hair gel doesn't further anything in society. Like, what does hair gel do other than make you look good? Um, so I'll let you just watch it, and then I'll come back and comment on it more.
White women are from the mountains of the Caucasus. They don't even exist. They're a mutation.
White women, natural hair is not straight. They're natural. If they do nothing to it, it's not straight.
Wait.
Indian hair is naturally fucking straight.
40?
Go,
Okay,
fat.
1 second.
Indian hair is naturally
One second.
straight.
1 second. 45% of white women grow naturally straight hair.
That's
No,
40.
okay, 1 second. 1 second.
100% of white women are from the mountains of the Caucasus. They don't even exist. They're a mutation. Yeah, cancel me. I'm not an influencer. I don't give a fuck. Cancel me. They're all from the mountains of the Caucasus. They don't even exist. Black people have the only original fucking genetic DNA. We are the only people that produce original fucking DNA. Every other race is fucking mutated. I swear to God.
Who made
Okay.
flat irons?
Black women. Hello.
I'm not sure who created
Who
the
made hair gel? Black women. Black women.
Okay, but
Black
1
women.
second.
Weren't they
One,
here
1
to-
second. So, okay, can we at least agree though? 45% of white.
not
Hold on,
agreeing
wait,
to shit.
wait, 1 second. 45% of.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
hold
1
on,
second.
no.
No, 1
What's
second.
your question?
1 second.
What side are you on?
No.
Okay, my boys and gals. So this is the first thing I'm gonna debunk because it's the stupidest thing. It has no relevance on society. Flat irons and hair gel, they weren't invented by black women. They were modernized by black women. Uh, Certain hairstyles were modernized by black women. It's just like peanut butter or squirt guns or anything else that they claim to invent. No, they took someone else's invention, usually a white man. Okay, my boys and gals. Now we're gonna get into the cultural significance. If you read what was on the screen before, you can read that the Caucasus Mountains was a land bridge spanning over 5,000 miles, right? And it wasn't just white people; it was Eurasians, so Asians, Europeans, like the Chinese Muslims, the Uyghurs, uh, Russians, all different type of Russians, uh, everybody. I mean everybody, and Muslims, Persians, Egyptians, Sub-Saharan Africans. They were all born in the Caucasus Mountains, not just white women. Practically everybody who split up and made different tribes and helped build this world were born in the Caucasus Mountains. Africans were just born in Africa. And I'll show you that right now. I'm going to stop this one, and I'm going to put more stuff on the screen so you can read. And so you can see what was going on during that and who was trading the Africans and why Africans became prevalent in Europe and in Egypt and you know, Middle Eastern countries, and also like Asian stuff, a little bit in Asia. Okay, I'm back. So if you read all of that, then you can see the proprietors of the first like slave trades, the first African slave trades in the world, uh, that helped create everything and do all of this were Iranians, Turkish, Persians, Asians. Uh, these were the Swahilians or North Africans. So the like Mansa Musa and all those ones who sold slaves to the Sephardic Jews in Portugal, which the Sephardic Jews helped start the transatlantic slave trade. If you don't know, because they were converting blacks into Jews by using rituals and risks and cleanses and stuff, and then they were trading those slaves in between other Jewish families and stuff to have slaves in perpetuity, which means forever. And the world courts didn't like it, so they got kicked out of Portugal, um, and Spain, and a whole bunch of other countries, which Christopher Columbus and all that. If you know, you know. And then they went to the world courts and they explained that the Africans were in perpetuity their property and their right to own. And still to this day, this law holds. You can look this up. That African slaves are slaves in perpetuity to the Jewish communities. And this is not bullshit. You guys are still like all people of African descent are still under world court in perpetuity slaves. And I tried to find the article that showed this 1,000 times. When I first found it, I even had screenshots, and it's all been deleted and everything. So they're really trying to cover this shit up. But as you can see, this is how y'all got to Europe. This is how y'all got to Asia. This is how you got to America. Now, for the ones now in out of like when you start listening to her, she starts saying, "Oh, the natives didn't have the natives had straight hair. The natives had straight hair," which is like her claiming that blacks are natives. And I'm gonna prove that wrong right now after I do my little spiel and stuff and show you that there were no black natives in the United States before transatlantic slave trade. So I'm covering two last things here to make this video a little bit shorter than it is. And it's the two last things that she implied, that blacks are natives. And as you can see on the screen, before this spiel, if you want to go and read, there were no black natives here in America before the transatlantic slave trade. And the only reason why some blacks look native is because of the transatlantic slave trade. And for other reasons, French were here way before, uh, which allowed other people to come to America and settle. And also, Jewish had slaves that were brought here way before, which allowed them to come and settle and also escape slavery and, you know, make children with some natives and stuff. Same with white people. Like, you see my high cheekbones? These are from old native blood on the white side of my family. So it's like, you know, everything is mixed in cultural diversity, but to y'all, it's not, I guess. And then I'm going to touch on the topic. After that one is the mutation, how, like, white people are a mutation, and blacks are the only like pure race or whatever. None of us are a mutation, or all of us are a mutation. Actually, let me correct myself. All of us are a mutation of our climate and the food we have and the light we get and all of this, because you have to adapt to your surroundings. So every single person is entail a mutation, and we've all have been made to be able to live in our climates where we're born, right? And that's about it. Like, skin color is not as deep as you guys think. Like, you're not dealing with mutated evil people. You guys have this crazy mentality about us, and it's for no reason. And you guys call for civil war and for all these crazy things, and then when dudes like me come up here and they're like, they prove you wrong and stuff, and they try to spread the truth. We're racist, we're bigots, we're biased. Like, no, we're fed up, we're tired, we're bored of all of this. Like, thank y'all for listening. To whoever listened, please follow, like, comment. I appreciate all of y'all. Have a wonderful day.